Hello everybody, it's me, SpreaderCat here with another tank review video. Today we are doing SSmodels, Kenny. This is a Japanese light tank. You can't really, there's no box art, it's just their usual sticker that they put on. This kit is a 3D printed plastic model kit. It is resin, so it's a resin 3D print. So you may want to, if you buy this or any 3D print, you may want to at least like make sure all the parts are cured, because I know for my M3, my M2 medium kit that I got from them, there is on the pepper pot engines there was still some uncured resin. So make sure you get like at least like a dark light or something UV. So look in the box here, we have our pseudo instruction manual. It's not really instructions, it's, you know, just like what the part is and where it goes. This doesn't really show you like anything to, it's not like a step-by-step, it just shows you this is the part, there's that, and yeah, like I probably won't even have to go through like what each step is, because you know it's just a picture, my guy. Anyway, so go into the box. I will say I have previewed what stuff, so it won't arrive exactly like it is in this box, but looking at here, we got I don't know if I should call this a tree or not. Let me see it. Let me put this on top of the instructions so you can see a better image. So here we go. Here is the tools, I guess, some wires, the headlights, pioneering kit. So yeah, is that pretty neat? Here's the other side. You can kind of see the layer lines there. You could probably just like cut off this shovel head and replace it with like a polystyrene one, and it would work perfectly fine. You know, just keep the straps and all that. Oh, okay. So yep, there's this tow hooks. So on to the next. Let's see. Let's unwrap this. What is this gonna be? This, I think this is the turret, right? Yep, this is the turret. Here we go. Let me zoom in again. There we go. Here is the turret. The gun does not elevate, but that's to be expected. There's all those out. I'm gonna show you, after I show you all like the base, I'm gonna like cut to where all this supports are cut off so you can see a better image of what it looks like. But yeah, here's just it straight off the tree, I guess is what you would call it. So next part we have is this right here, which is the muffler system, exhaust. We got a jack, machine gun, the barrel, a box. Pretty neat. Yeah. So I'll remove this support structure later on. Next here we have, I believe this is the tracks, the running gear, and all that. So, yep. It's different from my other kits where the wheels are molded into the tracks, which is nice. See, this time they're separate, which is pretty cool. You can kind of see how it's a little shiny, maybe. Still needs to maybe just like wash it off, maybe with some soap and water, or I guess put a UV light on it, because that might be a little bit uncured. But yeah, kind of see here this track detail. Let's see that. Pretty cool. I didn't notice how it is kind of like the print's kind of skewed. I mean, I don't think it'll matter all that much since it'll be covered up by the fenders on top. But if the fit is bad because of it, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think this is the same kind of track as the Hago, so maybe I can just replace that with some like full model Hago tracks. Yeah, here is other side. See, it's not still a little bit skewed. I don't know. Yeah, you'll get a better look at that when I cut that off the tree. Yeah, here is the hole. There we go. So looking at the hole we have, I noticed there were some weird like print defects. I don't know what that is exactly. I don't know how to focus on them. There we go. Like, what if I'm trying to get this in focus for you, but you can't really see. But yeah, there's like some weird like scarring there, but I don't know. Yeah. It's that. For the first time, the fenders are a reasonable thickness, which is very nice. Yeah. Got some suspension, some pretty, some trees. I feel like the cleanup is not going to be as bad as the ones that I've had before, since this was small enough to print straight up like that. So it's not like angled where they have like a bunch of stuff on the bottom and on right there. Because like for the D2, like the whole back was just like covered in like some like support like spurs and all that. But yeah. All right, so we got our air intakes, or like, yeah, got drivers from port, got these two transmission or differential final drive, like maintenance hatch stuff, you know, some mechanic looking off stuff. I say the rivets look kind of skewed for some reason. I don't know, maybe just because the way they printed at an angle. I don't know. Okay, so that's all the stuff on tree. I will make a cut where all of the stuff is removed so we can take a better look at it. Okay, so here is the kit without its sprues. So I guess we can first look at the track. So how I did this, you just soak it in some pretty hot water and the resin kind of loosens up, you know. Yeah, it might be a little flexible there, but yeah, let me show you the details. So that's why it's still wet, because it's still drying from the water I just soaked it in. But yeah, it's pretty neat. One interesting thing I saw is that the secondary drive sprocket isn't connected. Like this appears, there's like a gap there. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be there or not, but yeah, it might be a printing error. You see how like this side there's like a ledge. There's a ledge on this side, but not on this side. That might be an issue, but you're not gonna see that, so it's not that big of a deal. Same for this side. You can see there. Yeah, I forgot to remove these spurs right there, but yeah. The tracks, they're not the most detailed, at least on top, but on the interior side, it's good enough. All right, so let's do this. We got ourselves the muffler. We got some lovely great details, not like great as in good, but like great as in like, you know, a wire mesh. Yeah, so we got some nice detailing there. Undersize that. You got the hole for the exhaust. There's that, so it fits on there perfectly. We got, again, the tools. We already got a pretty good look at this, but here's just a better look at all the other stuff. All right, next we have the jack, or yeah, it's pretty normal looking, standard Japanese style jack. Here we have the machine gun and the I'm pretty sure it's a 37 millimeter. Yep, pretty neat. Stuff that in there. We have this random box, stowage looking stuff. Yeah, pretty cool. So now onto the big parts. We have ourselves the turret. So like I said, yeah, it's got, not need to do a lot of sanding there. Just be careful when you sand resin, because it sands down to a very fine powder, which can damage your lungs if you breathe it in. So yeah, stuff. There's some weird like layer lines there. probably can fix without AC. You can see some pitting there. I know Night Shift said you can fill that in with super glue, and then that'll fix fill the hole. Or if you have some spare resin, you could just pour it in there, then shine it with a black light. But yeah, pretty neat. You can kind of see the lines there, at least on the mantle. You can see the layer lines, but overall, it's a lot. It's a lot. You can't really see it on anywhere else, but if you just cover it with a thin coat of, I guess, like Tamiya thin putty, like you dilute some Tamiya putty, whatever filler. Yeah, then should be all right. So here, these are not glued in; they're just there. They just kind of fit in there. They're pretty neat. Here's the suspension system. Got road wheels. They just kind of just plop on right that, and it's good. Yep. Get 6 of those. They're all the same. So yeah. So to the hole. Oh, sorry. Let's get this off. Got show you where you couldn't really see. You got a bunch more of those connection points that you need to sand down, but which also there are real molded in rivets, which are pretty annoying, but that's fine because it's not gonna be, I don't know. Rivets are easy to replace. So yeah, here's some, better look at that weird scar thing. You can see on the other side too, it's weird. It doesn't go through, but maybe there is something wrong with the print. Yeah, interior, there is none, but yep. So that is the kits. I mean, I know I already kind of did go over the instructions, but just do a quick overview again. We got step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, and step 6. And that is the picture. So, yep. I hope you enjoyed this review of what's in the box of this SSmodel Type 98 Kenny. No, it's KE-NI. I don't know if they pronounce their katakana like Ke or Ki. It's like a soft or hardy, you know. Anyways, yep, thanks for watching. I'll see you again in the next video. Goodbye.